Audible now? It seems that there was some issues. In fact, I was on mute if I'm not wrong. Anyways, now it's. Can you hear me now? Can everyone hear me who are there? Can just text me. Am I audible? Anyone can just text me. Okay. Okay, guys. So what exactly are we going to do now? Guys, I was just talking about the review, what we did yesterday and what we did day before yesterday. So we wanted it to be a 3 live sessions program, and that is going to be followed by 30 days membership registration. And what exactly we did? I wanted to create a system wherein we will let you know what exactly you should do to get a job. For that, I brought all my experience as a human resource professional, the 15 years of experience that I have. And okay, for the people who don't know me, I am Ramesh. I am a human resource professional who have 15 years of experience and I have worked in various MNCs. We started this initiative and we have been doing these programs on regular basis, specifically for the people who are there in our groups wherein we post jobs. Okay, so we have been trying to strengthen and bringing the right practice so that people get jobs. We realize that we have been posting requirements, people have been applying for requirements, but they're not getting call back from recruiters. They have been uploading their resumes in the job search engines, but they are not getting call back from the recruiters. So there are things that they are doing wrong. So whole idea, we have resolved it all. The day one, guys, if you have missed the day one, I will send you the recording once again. It's there in the YouTube. In day one, we covered everything about what you should do, what should your resume be, what should you be as a person, and what you should do step by step to work toward the job description that you want to get in. We discuss about the ATS friendly resume system. This resume helps your resume to reach the recruiter, to clear all the barriers that the websites has and to reach the recruiter, and that is how you will become a part of that 30 to 20% who get calls and emails from the recruiters. So very important thing, guys, if you have missed, I am again texting you. I'm just texting it in the comment section. If anyone has missed recording of day one. Okay, guys, first of all, I'm assuming that everyone who has joined now are there as a part of our WhatsApp groups. Okay. If not, I will just share a link. Go ahead and join this. Right away, join this link if you're not a part of that. And be attentive throughout the today's session. We will be sharing some of the links post this session. And that is going to be very helpful for you. So whatever the communication is will be shared in this group. I've just texted the group link. Okay, so the YouTube link of yesterday's and day before yesterday's session will also be shared here. So day one, we created a system, or we created a resume, we created a cover letter, and we said you how to do that. On day two, we discussed about each and every platform that you have to explore, each and every technique that you have to explore for getting a job. I have posted some of the text today in the WhatsApp group. We have shared all the notes of yesterday's program. If you have not gone through that, if you have missed yesterday's recording, go ahead and have a look at it. Okay, this yesterday's session will make a major difference. We have discussed about referrals. We have discussed about how to find the people in the sector that you want to be, and how to step by step start getting towards the job. So it was a very important section. We have shared the details of some of the websites who have really performed good, some hackathon sections, some internship kind of things. So it was a very detailed one. And today is the last day of the system. Okay. And today we will talk about everything that you have to do to clear an interview. As by following what I'm going to talk now, you will be in a position to clear each and every given interview, irrespective of whatever it is and whoever it is. Okay. So you have to start working towards that. And by the end of the day, you will have a perfect system, step by step, keep following all these things. And you will realize that the people who have followed this, they have got 3 to 4 job offers. That is what our experience is. in the batch that we did last month. Okay, so let's start now. So guys, why is this session important? This particular section, why clearing interview section is important? Guys, let me tell you, I have been working with a team, with recruiters. I have been working with global workforce management team. An interview is something which is very important. Okay, and there are mistakes that people do in an interview and they just get rejected right away. We'll talk all about the practical experience, not theoretical. We'll talk about practical things, the mistakes that people do that they should avoid. Now, for an example, Deloitte conducts, if they are hiring a bulk, if they are doing a bulk drive, they generally conduct something which is known as just a minute session. Okay, in this particular session, people are asked to speak on any given topic. People are asked to speak on a given topic for a minute or so. You know what? More than 50% of this group mates gets eliminated there itself, because people, they do not speak. People, they do not talk. And the people who clear this round, they later on talk something which they should not talk, and they end up in getting rejected in other rounds as well. So this particular day, the day 3, will be very important. We will be sharing the notes to you after this session. Here is it, day 3. So how do you clear an interview, guys? There are basically 2 aspects to it. One is psychological aspect, and other thing is how your personality, how you carry yourself, how your body language is. So I will break it into 2 aspects. And once you start following these 2 things, you can answer any given question in an interview. Be assured about that. Your body language, your communication, everything will be so impressive that you will be the person who will have an upper hand than any other people who are there sitting with you to go ahead for the same interview. Okay, so to start with, guys, we'll talk about some of the psychological aspects. So these are basically the things that you think and then you practice. This is the overall bifurcation. So what exactly is it? Guys, first of all, communication. Communication, the most important thing. Then after communication, level of confidence. Then clarity of thoughts. I will discuss each and everything about the detail. Then positive attitude. Then sensible approach. Okay, guys, in any given interview, these are a few factors that recruiter is concerned about to start with. I'm not talking about technical rounds. These are those factors which a basic recruiter, the operations round, the manager round, the final HR round, they are worried about these 3 rounds. So what happens is that, first of all, a person should have a good level of confidence. Because believe me, if you do not have confidence, you cannot do anything. You need to have confidence. So what we realize is, so here we pick this first item, level of confidence. Okay. Level of confidence. So this is very important thing. Our observation is that in an interview, people are at times so underconfident that they fumble and they hardly speak a sentence right. This is what confidence can do to you. Okay, if you do not have proper confidence, you just cannot speak. So you have to work, and there are ways how to work on your confidence. And confidence, there should be a right balance of it. Okay, I will tell you what you have to do. You need to have right level of confidence. It should not be that you are overconfident. That is also not good. Right level of confidence. What you have to do is, guys, first of all, why do you feel underconfident? Majorly, there are two things why people are underconfident. One is if they are not prepared for an interview, or if in case you are going for a meeting, if you are not prepared for that particular meeting, if you do not know the agenda, if you do not have any points that you need to talk about, then you will feel underconfident because you don't know what to say. Similarly, guys, interview needs preparation. Interview needs preparation. Let's be very attentive. Okay, just be very attentive. Don't take it lightly. Level of confidence, right level of confidence. People are underconfident. This is one of the major reasons of rejection. And this is applicable for everyone. If you are not prepared, if you have experience, but if you are not prepared, you will not be in a position to talk about it. It happens. Even if a person having 5 years of experience, if he is not prepared, if he has not brushed up his resume, if he has not gone through his resume, he will fumble. He will make those mistakes which a person who is prepared will not do. And that ends up in getting rejection. Because with you, there will be some 40 to 50 people for applying for positions which are only 4 to 5. Right? So you need to understand. So preparation is very important. People are underconfident. Interview needs preparation. Prepare. How do you prepare, guys? First of all, you should be aware of each and everything. That these are those steps which are going to make change in your life. Be aware of each and everything that is written in your resume. Okay? Go through it. Even if you have experience, go through each and everything once again, what you did throughout your career. Before an interview, a day before, you have to do that. If you are a fresher, you have to know what internships you have done, what all things you have done, what all your achievements. And this simple thing will make you so confident because you will be aware what you have to talk about. Okay, the basic preparation. Second thing is, interview needs preparation. People are underconfident because lack of preparation. Because of lack of preparation. And the second thing why people are underconfident is, guys, can anyone just text me what is the reason? Is it that you feel underconfident in an interview? Is there any specific reason that you feel underconfident? Someone can just text me. All those who are there on the Zoom, if someone can just let me know. Wait. Okay. See, someone is saying that he gets stuck while speaking. Okay. So we'll talk about that as well in detail. So first of all, if you are not confident, because you're not prepared for that, be prepared for that and you will not get stuck. Or else you will struggle to get words, you will struggle to get thoughts. So you have to be prepared. And second thing is that if you do anything for the first time, you automatically feel under confident. What is this? This is just nervousness. Okay, that is nervousness. So whenever you do anything for the first time, or whenever you do anything after a long time, you automatically get nervous. Okay, we are talking about psychological aspects. Guys, keep making notes of it. Although I will let you know, I will share the details as well with you, but you also keep making notes so that it gets imprint. Okay, so confidence is something that we spoke about. And yes, nervousness, guys. So why do people get nervous? Whenever I am doing something new for the first time, I will be nervous. Similarly, if you are doing something for the first time, you too will be nervous. So what you have to do, guys, there is a simple way how to get over this nervousness. And why does nervousness happen? Let's see, there are two things. If you keep thinking about the outcome of what you are going to do, then what will happen is your brain will keep kicking in as many as questions. How is this interview is going to be? How will this be meeting be like? What will happen tomorrow? And all these things will keep going in and playing in with your mind. And when the actual time will come for you to appear in an interview, you will fumble because of the thoughts that are going in your mind. These thoughts will directly affect your system within, and you will feel nervous. Okay, so just take a calm breathe. Instead of thinking about how this interview is going to be, what all things will happen in an interview, you just have to believe in yourself that this interview is going to be the perfect interview. Just this sudden change in mindset, guys. These are the techniques which really works good, and I want you to follow this. Okay, the people who have approached me, I've asked them to do that, and they have seen a major change. If you are underconfident because of the first time, then just bring a slight change in, bring a slight change in the way you think. Okay, instead of thinking how the interview is going to be, instead of thinking about the outcome, just prepare well and expect the best out of the interview. That's it. You have prepared well, you are confident. So these are the two things generally why people are underconfident. Okay. And there can be some other reasons as well for people being underconfident. There can be like the personality or the things which they have faced in their life earlier. If they really like they are too nervous, that there are a few things. You have to keep feeding yourself some positivity. Do not think about the negative aspects. Just think about the positive aspects in your life and just feel that you can overcome anything, and feel repetition is something that you have to keep repeating few pointers that will make you feel confident. Repetitions like I am powerful, I am confident, I can speak in front of people, I do not fear people. These are a sort of repetitions that you have to note it down and repeat. Mostly people do not have faced this challenge when it comes to clearing an interview, but yes, if you are really underconfident, if you can't speak in front of people, if you can't speak in front of people, in front of public with your friends, then there is something wherein you have to step by step start building. Keep repetitions. First of all, bring that positivity. Do not think about negative thoughts. Always be positive. Think about positive things, and that is how your level of confidence can be worked on. Your personality, entire personality, can be revived. Okay, so anything is possible. Anything is possible. There is nothing known as impossible, but there is a way how to do it, and you have to do it. Okay, so now coming back to the interview, two major reasons: you have prepared yourself, you are confident. Other than that, you are just entering in the meeting or in the cabin, assuming that this interview is going to be the best thing, and this will just turn around things for you guys. Okay, that is what confidence is capable of. I want you to practice this thing. This is the level of confidence thing. And the second thing is, okay, let me make it a separate color so that you understand. Second thing, we are moving on to something again which is very important. It is communication. Now this is something which is very important, guys. Communication. Because how many of you think that, okay, just text me, guys. Okay, I just want you to feel involved, and I want to understand your perspective, so that, and anyways, it will just come to me. Whatever you will text, it will just come to me. It will not be there for everyone. Okay, so you do not have to get worried. Okay. So guys, communication. How many of you think that only speaking English is equal to good communication? Can someone just text me? And don't worry, it is as of now, it's only I can see your post. Okay. Okay. Someone is saying that while speaking, they feel short of words. They get stuck while speaking English. Okay. Okay, guys. See, I will tell you, I will explain it to you in a better manner. Communication. Speaking English is not equal to a good communication, or speaking in any language of an interview is required, but that is not all what it takes to be a good communicator. So here are a few things that you have to work on. First of all, you have to be a good speaker. Be a good speaker. How you will be a good speaker? It's a process, guys. Be a good listener. Okay, let me put it in this manner. Be a good listener. Then you have to process your information. Process all that you listen. Then you have to think. Then you have to logically think the response. Then framing of words. Then actually speaking. So guys, communication is a process. It's not that if you are very fluent in English and you are just talking, you are not allowing others to talk, you are just continuously talking. That doesn't mean you are a good communicator. That is not required in an interview. This interview is supposed to be a discussion. Take interviews in such a manner that whatever you speak, it should look like a discussion. An interviewer should feel that you are also involved and you are thinking. That is what will help you to clear interviews. So first of all, you have to be a good listener. Self-explanatory. Process all that you listen. This happens in the back end. Logically think the response, frame the words well, actually speak well, and while speaking, be a good listener. So what you have to do to be a good listener, do not interrupt. Guys, I have observed this thing, and this thing will help you to get rejected. Okay, do not interrupt the interviewer while he or she is asking you a question. As do not interrupt. What happens is that whenever you interrupt a person while he is mid of asking a question, if you understand the question well, even if you understand the question well, it doesn't seem good. It seems that you are like too much excited. You always have to need a proper balance. And if you're just interrupting without listening the question, then it doesn't give a good picture. And if you just directly start answering just by listening at the half question, and if you are wrong, it ends up in making you look foolish because you're not even listening. Then you are like talking with so much, you're talking something. So do not interrupt the interview while speaking. Calmly listen and understand, as we have rejected many people because they just interrupt. It shows that they are, if they are right, it shows that they are too confident. They may not gel up with the team well. It gives different implications, guys. Whatever is being said in an interview, the interviewer is evaluating you on each and everything, each and every action, each and every word, each and every statement that you make in an interview. They are not questioning and answering you. They are evaluating you for the stuff that you will be hired for. Everyone wants a person who is good. Okay, do not interrupt. Process all that you listen. as it's not necessary that you just rush on and reply. You can take a pause if you want. Not a long pause, but yes, a short pause is good enough. Take a short pause if required. Think about it. Think about it. Do not rush in and whatever just comes in your mind first, you have to say that no. Think a valid thing. What is he trying? Why is he asking this question? What should be the reason for this? How do you respond? Think logically, then frame your words in such a manner that a person should not feel that you are just trying to overpower him. You should not feel that you are just like arrogant. Your framing of words should be like that. A person should not feel that you are just overpowering him, or you are just not a good team player, or you are too arrogant. So your words, guys, your words should be like, you should get what you want to be, you should reach what you want to be, but at the same time you should not feel that others should not feel that you are overpowering them. Okay, frame the words. Framing of words. Frame words in a manner that people feel that you are a good team player. Okay, then actual speaking. Yes, how you speak matters. For an example, if you just read, most of the time I have seen that whenever we ask a question, few people, they just start repeating things, they just learn the answers and they just start saying that, and that is not what is expected, guys. Okay, in an interview, we are not expecting you to come prepared with the learned answers. Okay, in an interview, you're not coming with prepared answers. Just give me a sec, guys. Okay. So you will only go through your resume, but while speaking, you should speak your heart out, what you feel about the situation, and that would make you a good communicator. What will happen is, if I'm asking a question, if you have learned the answer of the question, if you have mugged up something, and if you are steadily talking about the entire resume, then the recruiter will reject you, because you will understand within no time that you have just learned the answers, you have just learned your resume, we have observed this thing, and we just reject the people because he has just learned it. He is not expressing himself. Okay, so do not mug up. Here we go. Do not mug up the interview answers. Just be prepared. Express yourself. Express using a proper body language. As we'll talk about that, body language is a very important part of communication. Okay, your words, they just contribute a part of it. What you say contributes a part of it. What you say contributes a part of it, and how you say contributes a part of it. Whether you are just rushing through things, whether you are taking pause, whether you are specifying and stressing some of the things. So it's altogether a big game. Okay, so body language is very important. You have to just go with the proper flow. So what we said, level of confidence, communication. While replying to any of the questions that is asked to you, if you have the right level of confidence, you will be in a position to respond it. Second thing, if you communicate well, you will impress the recruiter further, and the chances of you getting selected increases. Now the third thing is that you need to have clarity of things. Clarity of things. Because you should be very much clear about what you want. What we have observed is that you will be asked some questions which are very much somewhat like tricky. Like, why is it that okay, if you are very new in the industry, someone may ask, and if you have a business, people will ask you, what is your business? Tell me something about your family background. Tell me something about your brothers, something about your sisters, and something about what your father does. So all these things, right? They're not asking just for the sake of asking. Okay, if you are saying that you have a family business, then the question is, why do you want to work with us then? The doubt in the mind of recruiter is that you will try to work. If thing doesn't go good, you will just switch the company, you will leave the company and you will go back and join the business. So first of all, you need to have clarity. The clarity will be, okay, I want to work, although I have a business, but I've always wanted to be a good professional. I have done education accordingly. I have built myself and I want to be a good professional and work on that. These are the areas of interest that I have. So this clarity. If you go ahead and say to them, say in an interview that, okay, you have a business, you have set up a deadline for you, like 1 year you will work. If things go good, then you will continue. If you speaking hard out doesn't mean that you will talk all these things. Okay, you should be sensible. You should be clear about what you want. So yes, have clarity what you want, where you want to be. You have to be you want to work on the specific skill set. You want to make your career as a professional. Okay, so these are the things. Basically, you might have got the idea about it. Then be sensible. Because not being sensible is again another reason. I will give you some of the questions which are asked. Okay, now guys, in most of the companies, how they work is, if you talk about MNCs, they are split at different locations. If you talk about Cognizant, they have office in 5 locations, 5 to 6 locations. Similarly, TCS, Deloitte, Tech Mahindra, you name it, and they have office at different locations. So what happens is that at times, these people, if they are going ahead with bulk hiring, if they are building the pipeline, at times specifically for freshers, if these people are hiring you, they will train you and then they will deploy you, majorly with MNCs. So as a fresher, if they ask you a question, are you ready to relocate? Just think about it. Ideally speaking, you should be in a position to relocate because they themselves are not aware about where you will be placed, where will be the bulk requirement of the skill set on which you will be trained on. So there is a specific process and they follow it. Okay. So as a fresher, you have to be open for relocation. Go ahead, join, get the experience of 2 years, 3 years in the first project. And yes, then you can dictate your terms in the sense, in a good way, but yes, the jobs will be there for you. Okay, so you have to be sensible. For example, be open for relocation. Then people will ask you whether it will be possible for you to extend shifts if required. As these are the questions which will just be there, just be asked to check your dedication and determination. It is not that every day you will be extending and all that stuff. But yes, at times you have to extend if required. If something really goes wrong and some escalation is going on, in those exceptional cases, people will ask you, they will check your attitude, your approach. Okay, so be sensible, ready to extend if required. So entire team will be there. It's not only you who is sitting back and working. These things will be faced by the entire team at the same time. Okay, are you ready to relocate if required? People, they ask you, okay, they may ask you, is it there any plan for going for higher studies? So what will your answer be? Okay, if you have completed your education, if you want to go for higher studies, then the question, if you reply saying this, yes, you want to go for higher studies, you may go abroad and all that stuff, then the people will not select you. Why will they select you? They are looking for a person who will be working with the company, who will be committed to the company. They're looking for that type of person. Okay, that brings me to commitment. So commitment is an important thing. Your answers should make a recruiter feel that you will be committed. They are investing on you, they are putting efforts on you. Starting 2 to 3 months will be just a learning phase. They will invest, they will train you, they will invest, they will train you. If you are a fresher, even if you are a working professional, if you all have some experience, they will groom you, there will be KTA and all. Then there will be actual time when you will start performing. Okay, so they are investing on you and they expect you to be committed to the organization. So do not say anything or do not be under impression that You will just take a training. Your answers should be in a manner that they understand, the recruiters understand your perspective, and they understand your perspective is by being committed to the organization. Okay. So commitment is, again, have good communication, be confident, have good communication, have clarity, be sensible, be committed. Be committed. After that, I will talk about one more thing, that is teamwork and positive attitude. Because being arrogant is not how it should be. You will be rejected. It is one of the major reasons why people are rejected. Even if you are good, even if you have good technical knowledge, but if you are not a good person, if you are not a good player, team player, if you do not have the right attitude, then you will be get rejected. Because once you are selected, you have to work as a team. Once you are selected, you have to work as a team. If you are not working as a team, you will get rejected. Okay. Then whatever you say, you have to respect the speaker. If you are saying something, if you want to make a point, it's well and good, but you have to respect the speaker, respect the ideas, then you have to present yourself in a particular manner. So don't be arrogant. Don't be arrogant. Understand the perspective and raise your point in a good manner. Okay. Then afterwards, teamwork. Be the person who is the source of inspiration. Is the source of inspiration. So any question, guys? Now we have covered some of the important points. So any question that is asked to you, your answer should fulfill all these criteria. You have to be confident. You should be a good communicator. You should have that clarity of thought. You should feel that the person should feel that you will be committed. You are sensible. And all these things, guys, all these things will help you to clear any given question. Any given question. If there is a gap in your resume, if a recruiter is asking you, why is there a gap in your resume? Then what will be your answer? Because there can be a big problem. See, first of all, you have to evaluate how long have you been working. If you are working for 5 years, 6 years, and then there is a gap of 3 to 6 months, it's very well understandable. But if you have just started your career and if there is a gap, then why there is a gap? Okay, there has to be a good solid answer. You have to be sensible. Why there is a gap? Was there any problem which was going on? What you did in this months of trying? How did you build yourself? Or what was the, or did you go through some trainings? So you have to put all these things like, okay, there is a gap. There was some of so and so problem. Now things have all been sorted out. You're back on the track and you have utilized this particular gap for trainings. Something like that, be sensible and things will automatically start working. Okay. So now these were the aspects which were more related to your communication, related to your thinking and logical process. Okay. People, right level of confidence. Now the second point is, now this is very important, guys. Okay. Your personality. There's much before you actually start speaking, your personality will start speaking for you. Let me explain. Okay. Now, what will we talk about personality? We'll talk about body language. Body language. Okay. If we talk about personality, we'll talk about body language. Then we have already covered your attitude. Let's talk in detail about body language. So guys, what happens is that in an interview, much before you actually speak, the way you have dressed up, the way you are presenting yourself, your walk, your posture, it speaks a lot. Okay. Whether you are groomed well, whether you have how you have approached, whether how you are approaching an interview, it speaks a lot. As you have to be formal as much as possible. Okay, you have to be formal as much as possible in an interview. Once you are formal, you are just trying to make yourself in a presentable manner, because you will be interactive with n number of people, client interactions will be there, and you do not actually know what the culture of the client or what the culture of the company is. So the best thing is be formally dressed. If you are formally dressed, it would be good for you. Be properly groomed. In an interview, it is expected you to be properly groomed. Okay, you should not go shabby there. If you go shabby, then it gives an impression to the person that this person is somewhat shabby. It's not that he's not taking proper care of him, hairs here and there and all that stuff. It doesn't look good. This person is not organized. So, first of all, the first look, formally dressed, do not wear chains and all. It just eliminates you from an interview. There are different things required at different places. So just respect that. Groom yourself well. Okay. Then afterwards, guys, if you are well dressed, if you have groomed yourself, if your posture is right, good, upright posture, up, good. Guys, all these things matter, okay? Good, upright posture. All these things are good. Then you are approaching, you are sitting, then you are like, while discussing, guys, one more thing, maintain an eye contact. Maintain a proper eye contact. So what it is, guys, maintaining a proper eye contact is very important. Okay. Maintaining an eye contact is very important, because in an interview, it gives a feel. First of all, it's primary thing. Whenever you're talking to someone, you have to maintain an eye contact. It makes the person feel that what he's saying is being valued. Or else if a person feels that you are just ignoring or you are just hearing for the sake of hearing. So you have to maintain an eye contact. That is point number one. If you are not maintaining an eye contact, it also implies that you are underconfident. You are hesitant to look at in the eyes of the person whom you are speaking to. Okay, that is also not good. You will be selected, you will be working with the person, you will be working with the team, and you have to be confident, you have to be bold enough, you have to be confident in expressing your words, what you have, your ideas, your thoughts, your words, everything should be expressed. So for that, maintain a proper eye contact. Okay, your body language is good, you have dressed well, you are maintaining a proper eye contact. What next? In an interview, do not look restless. Restless is like you are being nervous, playing with your fingers like this, playing with your thumbs like this, or playing with the keychain, touching your mobile again and again. It means that you are restless, and it feels that you are restless, you are nervous. A person has to be confident, his nerves has to be calmed. Okay, don't be restless. Important thing. Whenever you have communication, do not sit like this. Some people have habit of sitting like this with folded arms, okay, with arms wrapped up like this. Do not do that. You have to be expressive with your hands. There have to be some body language. That is how things should work. If you're just folding your hands, it gives an implication that you are like too much like a recipient. You will take anything, whatever is being said, or it gives that, okay, you are just sitting or you're hiding something, you're not saying something. So what you do, what you say, how you act, it implies something. They are all related to what you think, and your body language accordingly reacts. Nervousness, restlessness, your hand actions, your body, your eye coordination. Okay, do not sit with folded arms. What else, guys? Guys, these are something related to body language. So whenever you approach an interview, work on all these aspects. You have to start working. English is also very important. You have to start working on the language on which you will be interviewed. But Okay, we can talk something about this point. We still have some time left. We will talk about this point. Okay, as English is not equal to communication, but learning, knowing the language of communication. Because this language can be anything. It can be English or it can be the language on which the interview is going to be. Learning the language of, knowing the language of interview. So how do you prepare, guys? Okay. First of all, English language on which you will be introduced is not everything, but it is important. It is important. If you are able to express yourself, what is there in your heart? What are you thinking? By expressing yourself is good enough, because all the roles that you have applied for will not require you to work and interact with the clients, will not interact you to require you to be speaking like some of the roles which are there into finance domain, like recruiters, recruiters needs to be have a good communication, their fluency and all these factors will be checked. But if you are applying for some of the back end jobs in IT, or if you are going ahead with a finance role or a testing role, basically the roles wherein you do not have to interact with the team, having a decent communication wherein you express yourself is good enough. But if you are applying for those type of roles, like cabin crew role, if you are applying for the role which is into a voice sector in a BPO domain, if you are applying for a job as a team leader, if you are applying for a job as a recruiter, all these things require you to have a good communication. So accordingly, whatever you are applying for, you need to have that level of communication. You have to start working towards it. How do you work? Daily. For an example, okay, let's talk about English here. Daily, read read something that will add value. So two things will happen at the same time. Your personality will grow, your communication will grow. That adds value to your personality. Watch the shows with subtitles. There are shows with subtitles. There has to be many things. Watch these things on regular basis. Speak in front of the mirror. Reserve some time for this. For these two activities, do it in the morning. Then speak in front of a mirror. Prepare for some topic or your introduction. Daily speak in front of a mirror for 3 minutes. Start with 3 minutes, then you will automatically feel improvement. 5 minutes. Keep repeating this activity for 15 days. You will feel a big change in yourself. Okay. So by applying all these things while responding, clarity of thought, sensible approach, good communication, commitment, be a good team player, personality, and all this stuff, and automatically you can clear any given interview, guys. Okay. So as I am assuming that you have understood it well. So we have Okay, team. So we were talking about something, and in mid there were some technical issues. So now all those who were there as a part of this session, as a part of this webinar, if you want to be a member of the program for 30 days, wherein you will get access, wherein you will get access to a WhatsApp number, which will be run and managed by human resource professionals. So whatever queries you have, wherever you get stuck, you have to keep practicing and following all the things which we have just discussed. That is point number one. Then after that, you have to keep applying all these things. And if in case you get stuck, there will be human resource professional who will be active on that. There can be randomly available because they will be working professionals and they will resolve your queries and doubts. So how do you get that? Here we go. I've just shared a link. Okay, I've just shared a link to everyone. I've just shared this link. You just have to register it. I will also share it. Just give me a sec. Okay. Yes, can you all see this link? Can just anyone text me? Okay, so this particular link, just register and we will share you the details. Then afterwards, guys, there is again a system to it. We have come up with again another initiative. In fact, we have been doing it separately. Now we have merged it. So there is something which is known as premium. So what will, in fact, we say that there is something with the people who are much struggling. If the people are struggling to get jobs since long, we suggest you to avail this. We will be helping you to create your cover letter. We will create a cover letter for you. The team, the professionals will create a ATS friendly resume for you. And the recruiters, the circle, will be on top of the requirements that are matching your skill set. For that, we will be charging some 699, some basic stuff, because we'll be adding the value to it. And this link, the above link, is about that. Okay. And the third and the most third important thing is the IT people who want to get a job in IT. There is a batch which is going to start from 7th August. We will talk about all the projects, all the IT projects, all the modules, everything will be spoken about. And this will be taken care by a delivery head. Okay, who has an experience of handling a team of a big strength. Test cases and everything will be discussed. So be a part of this. Here is another registration link for that. Okay, so these are the three things that you have to do, and start following these things, and you will realize that your entire job search process will be good. Things will automatically change. So you have a process, we will be working for you, and when we bring these things together, you will get job within no time. Keep patiently working towards it, and yes, that is what is expected, and things will just change for you. Okay, so that's it, guys. Anything else, any other query? You can just text me, this being the last day. If you have any query, just text me. Thank you, sir, for the effort. See, until we put all these things into practice, things will not work. So the value is there. The problem with the people is that they do not practice, bring all these things into practice. And that is when the difference is going to be there. And all these links will be shared in the group. Be there on the group. If you have missed some part of this particular video, the webinar recording is also there. I will share you that link as well, guys. Okay. So all the best, guys. I wish you all the best. Keep growing.